So before before we took the break,
Mm.
we first said we were going to talk about sharing walking. I just want us to give like a summary to not just sharing work, but also like the transactional thing. What do you think? I remember you saying transactional doesn't have to be cash.
No, finance.
It's about value. It's
Mm.
about communication.
What you give?
It's about
Exchange.
what you're giving,
Mm.
what you're getting. So I get that, but I want you like in your own words, just convey in the next few minutes. Just try as much as possible to just squeeze it into like a ball and just let them know.
Okay, when we talk about transaction, I'm thinking about it's exchange of value.
Okay.
You understand? It's exchange of this is what I've got to give, this is what you've got to give, and we're exchanging it. You understand?
Right.
I'm giving you this, you're giving me that. That's transactional.
Right.
You get what I'm trying to say? So, in terms of I'm with this particular person now, yeah,
Yeah.
because she's kind and she's nice and she's honest. I don't even give a point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she's with me because of all the value she's got in me. So it's transactional. It's tit for tat. I'm giving you this.
So basically, what I hear you say is that in order for you to get with someone, there has to be some value that you're offering,
100%.
and then there has to be some value that she is also offering.
Regardless of our TV cartoons and Disney characters and everything,
Right.
it's relationships.
So
all about
here is
values.
something that I would like people to actually talk about, which would be, for me, here's what I think I might bring to the table. Here's what I think I would be real. I'll try as much as possible to be real. I'll try as much as possible to communicate my strong suits. Here's what I do really well. Here's what I do really badly. And here's what I think is my flaws. Because for me, every day is about a review of myself. So every time I go back home with like a report card of what I think I am, and then if someone asks me who are you, I'm going to go by I'm very strong in this, I'm strong in this, I'm strong in that, but I'm very weak in this, and I might not be able to communicate very efficiently in certain things. But that said, there are a lot of people that don't know how to actually do that. Like they don't know how to communicate that, and I'm not speaking just as men.
I agree.
I'm speaking
a lot of people.
In the human sphere. You ask someone, what do you bring to the table? They say, I bring myself.
To be
like wait, before you jump in. I bring myself. What is yourself? Like what exactly is you that you're bringing to the table that we don't know about? Like I'd rather you come and say, hey, I'm going to wake you up in the morning, I'm going to say, good night at night, I'm going to kiss you good night at night, I'm going to tell you stories, whatnot. Like, I want it to be quantified per se, but like most people just say, hey, I am bringing myself, by the way, I'm supposed to be the quote unquote treasure of the relationship.
I get what you're trying to say. Let's put it this way. I feel if you're going to a relationship with expectations, with high expectations, I don't think most of those relationships ever work out.
I think with expectations it's already done.
Okay, now because when you say with we're saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Because when you're trying to start a relationship and you're asking each other what do you bring to the table, it's expectations.
But here's the thing, right? I am coming to the table with myself and what I know about myself. You're going to find out eventually who I am, right? I think the best way to approach this is by us revisiting our traumas, right? I don't think I'm a very communicative person. I don't think I communicate.
I feel where we get in wrong relationship is this. relationship is not black and white.
So basically,
relationship.
Nobody has it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
like, everybody's trying to figure it out.
Everybody's trying to figure it out. Relationship is relationship. Relationship is not definitive. You get what I'm trying to say? Yeah. Relation is about two people liking each other. Yeah? And then from liking each other, they extend it to loving each other. I'm talking about real successful relationships. From loving each other, they extend it to tolerating each other. Yeah? And deciding you're my person, I'm a person, and we're gonna stick through it through thick and thin. Let me tell you, the best of relationships are they've got the worst personalities.
Sorry. Okay, now. Okay, because I want to be on the same page with you. I've had this conversation with someone else, and she said she's met a lot of Nigerian guys, and they're not very forthcoming when it comes to communicating their emotions. So I asked her what exactly they said, and she kind of like tried to repeat to me, and I know that when a human being tries to repeat to you what another person said, it might kind of like be
yeah.
But what I could hear from all those communications was these people were not communicating on high level of communication. This is a very fulfilled lady in this country, right? She could sort her bills, she had her car, she has a house, she had all her shit, like her stuff sorted.
Figured out, yeah.
And then these guys are more like, I'm still trying to figure out where I'm going. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing. And then because of that, they weren't communicating. I think their communication was a bit subpar. Okay. Now, there was this guy that was this guy was doing his bachelor's. And he was communicating efficiently. He was telling her for a fact, here's what I'm doing, and he was carrying her along. She actually grew fond of this guy, but guess what? Along the line, something changed. A new housemate moved into the house, and all of a sudden, she's cooking for this guy. This guy's not talking as much as he used to. He is not communicating as much as he used to. So at this point, the lady, of course, is kind of like, something is wrong. Right? So I get where people get like their fears from and all that, but also at the same time, I don't think we should blame the ladies for just being human and trying to read the room.
No, I think at this point it's not even about a blame game. No, but we're not blaming the ladies because, to be honest, if we check it, most of the unsuccessful relationship, they blame it always on the guys. So we're not actually blaming the ladies. It's about what you want and what I need.
What you want and what I need.
Yeah. You get what I'm trying to say.
So now, this is regardless of whether the person is a guy or a girl.
Yeah, regardless. You get what I'm trying to say. So it's
is your want enough to satisfy my need?
My need. That's what I'm trying to say. You want to say, okay, what about if it's not enough? Now, the difference is that some people are able to adjust. Some people are not. Yeah, and I can tell you for a fact, a lot of people that does those adjustments are people that actually enjoys their relationship to the last.
So when you say adjustments, it seems to me that those people are people that are actually like reading the room and trying to make adjustments on the go, rather than people that are just letting the thing go with the flow, kind of.
No, it's letting the thing go with the flow can also work out, to be honest. Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's just a lot of people have been through a lot of stuff in this life where there are just a lot of traumas, a lot of ups and downs, where they're just trying to live it one day at a time. That is letting the flow.
So sorry to interrupt you again, because it seems like I'm interrupting you a lot. But I remember there was, before we even started the shoot, I remember you saying stuff that people should speak from their own point of experience, and you said something about people should talk from, like, did you have two parents growing up? What was your relationship with your mom, your dad was like? What was it like when you were growing up? That would actually like show a little more like it would actually give more light, shed more light into the type of life.
No,
you
no,
choose to
it
live.
depends. Because at the end of the day, it always depends on the individual. Yeah? Because now, okay, there's this, I usually love this adage where they say, a drunk has two sons. Yeah? One grew up never to touch alcohol. The other grew up,
became an alcoholic.
it became an like, why are you like this? And I learned from my dad. Why are you like this?
I also learned from my dad, but
I do. You also learned. So you see, at the end of the day, it's while I was in Nigeria back home, I keep saying to people, I've known a lot of situations where a home that has got both parents as pastors raise a child as the police officer, a child as an armed robber.
That's deep. That's deep.
Same upbringing. I don't know. Same upbringing, same parents. But at the end of the day, these children chose their
two
way.
different paths.
Chose two different paths. So it falls back to a relationship. Relationships would always. There are some people that has had it. There's some people that have had traumatic experience as children in terms of the sexual abuse from uncles and aunties or helps and every other thing. And there's some children that have never witnessed that and just grew up to have successful relationships. So this stuff differs. I don't know if you get my point.
I see
when you're dealing with, if you've always had a smooth relationship growing up, you've had a successful parent you look up to, you've had sibling love, you've had successful career, and then you're trying to be in a relationship with someone that has come up from a single mother, that has had siblings without no sibling love, and has always struggled to be where they are. It's two different personalities.
It is.
Are you getting my point? So you see, you guys would have to adjust to each other. I feel we put too much pressure on these things. We put too much emphasis on this thing. It is really not black and white. It's really, I love you enough to want to be there for you. I love you enough with your shortcomings. I love you enough with your excesses, but you're still my person. I would still choose you.
So basically, you see their faults, you see
more than their faults.
Yeah, right. You see their shortcomings, you see their good, you see the bad. And then you put it together, and you still like I still
this
love
is my person.
This bundle of human being, I still
like them. So it's really, to be honest, it's like I said, people put so much emphasis on this stuff because it's really not black and white. Are you getting my point? It's really, because at the end of the day, something got you guys attracted to each other. Right. The honeymoon phase. Yeah. The honeymoon phase.
Which is weird.
We understand.
Like,
but it's not always the honeymoon phase. The honeymoon phase fades away. Yeah? Now it's how do you deal and how do you cope with the rest of it? Are you getting my point? Let me tell you. Okay, let me use myself. I always use myself as an example. Yeah. I came from a polygamous home. Yeah. My dad and my stepmom, two different personalities. My dad is a well-spoken person, always up and about and everything. My stepmom is chilled. Yeah? I'm on camera. I'm not saying because I'm trying to tell you that my dad and my stepmom had the best of relationships.
Right.
My own mom is like my dad. My mom is that kind of a, okay, I'm this person, I'm up and about, I'm a people person, and they didn't have the best of relationships. And you get
so here's what I understand you saying. Your dad was chill, right? And then your mom was chill as well. But there was another person, your stepmom, who wasn't chill, but she found a way to make her relationship with your dad work.
Yeah. You understand? So, but it's okay. Let's put it like my dad and my mom wasn't chill, my stepmom was chill,
with you,
but they found a way to make the relationship work. Are you getting my point? So it's like this thing in physics where they say like poles repel and unlike poles attract. That is it to relationship. You when you have two heated people in relationship, sometimes it doesn't work.
It's bound not to work.
It's bound not to work. But when you have two opposite kind of characters in a relationship, so it's really not ABC. It's really not 1, 2, 3. When you talk about relationship, is so complicated. It's really not because anyway, a lot of people what did you see for this girl? Now I know what you see.
I swear, like
you
can't know it because
know they there.
You're not. Which is the part that you see that showing walking thing that you mentioned earlier. Yeah. Showing walking is like for a fact that this person is like this.
You see at the end of the day,
and then you're like
you're with someone that makes you their person. And you understand? You see, it's when you guys are together, deep down, you guys have provided that sense of you're my person, I'm your person, regardless of your shortcomings.
Right.
No one is perfect. But like in the midst of all our quarrels, in the midst of all our misunderstandings, you're my person, I'm your person. I choose you. I'd rather quarrel with you than someone else. I'd rather have this situation with you than someone else. You're my person. I don't know if you get my point. So you see, it's at the end of the day, it's about when you got someone that has made you that person, and you've made that same person your person. You understand? Nobody can understand it more than the both of you. Now, when they talk to you, they know they put man for married man matter or married people matter. They know
brother and sister matter.
They know what they're talking about because you don't understand the depth of that particular issue.
They could fight. They could fight over one piece of meat.
But I don't know. No two mouths. They will settle.
Yeah.
There you go, what I'm trying to say. So it's what we've got today is a lot of people are putting so much emphasis on a lot of things. Let me tell you this. There's this couple I take so much inspiration on. That's Real Warrior picking on her husband. Yeah. There are a lot of ladies and a lot of guys that will not fit into those shoes now because of what social media will say. Yeah. The guy is so supportive of his wife, regardless of whatever she wants to do. Regardless, you will never see him come on social media. Even if someone insults him, he would never come on social media to respond. He's not a celebrity. Let's be frank. Yeah, his wife is.
His wife is a celebrity.
But he's so supportive of his wife. Some people would term it as weak. Yeah? But let's be...
Is it really weak?
No. Is it really weak when all you're doing is supporting the most important person in your life?
You see, this thing you just said, everybody wants to hear someone call them the most important person in their life.
And they're willing to work towards it. I was coming from the aspect of the husband of Real Warrior.
I like the fact that you brought that up.
Not true.
And then at the same time, like, are we willing to do?
Yeah.
Do you know what the husband has done to the point where he is?
Okay. Let's not even now. Okay, let's forget about the husband.
Yeah.
Do you know what Real Warrior became a sacrifice for her husband?
For husband as well.
For you to get to that point. You guys don't know. You know, social media is so dangerous. Yeah?
It's very fake.
It's so fake to the extent of where I have known of a situation where two celebrities. I'm being honest with you. Two celebrities, two rappers in Nigeria. I know them very well. Where they just decided, okay, they're in the same room. They're causing trouble on social media between each other. They're drinking.
Like they were in the same room and
they're in the same room drinking and vibing and stuff like that. Tweeting out so like they're attacking each other and people are jumping on it. they are drinking, enjoying themselves, and it's like on social media, it's like they're beefing, and people are jumping on it, and I think you're trying to say that is why a lot of people say never bring your personal issues on social media.
Right.
Never bring your relationship.
It's just going to blow up
in ways that you you say like, okay, let's go back to our transactional relationship stuff. A lot of people are, well, like you said, when you made that way, a lot of people are attacking you because a lot of people have done that. Are people that have actually seeked validation from social media in-laws. So if you understand this and you understand that every relationship is transactional in a way, let's be honest, regardless of how it is or how the transaction occurs, every relationship is transactional. Now, I have an uncle that's married to his wife for 15 years and they don't have a child. Now, I was looking at like, it could be that the relationship is kind of whereby my uncle is saying, if you give me peace of mind, I'm willing to die for you, regardless of you giving me a child or not.
Circumstances.
Yeah, 15 years without a child, and they're still together, still waxing strong. I don't know if you get to my point. So you see, every relation, the woman has definitely got something to offer to the man. For the man to still be with that woman for that long, even without having a child. Transaction. Exchange. Transaction is exchange of value. It's you're giving me, I'm giving you. I don't even see, nothing stops the man from going out there and having a child with one woman that doesn't give him.
Yep. That which is like what most people would do.
Yeah, but I don't know. The man was like, I'd rather be with you because they give him peace of mind.
So are we saying that when it comes to, value, right? Is value subjective?
It is subjective and it is underestimated. This generation doesn't understand what value is.
So everybody has their own perspective of what value should be.
Or what value should be. You get what I'm trying to say?
Right.
Now, to be honest, we're in a general way, a lot of, when we talk about value, it's been monetized, it has to do with financial stability and stuff.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, now when we talk about people that understand the real meaning and the core meaning of value.
And just to put a little more context to this whole monetized values, with Non's Mirage's show, where someone, a young man or a young woman, walks into a room and you hear pop, and then I think to myself, what exactly is the reason for them popping that?
Did you see a video?
I saw one
where they showed where the girl was coming from. I don't know if you saw that.
I don't think that's the one I saw.
Where the girl was actually living in a zinc house.
Really?
Yeah. She was coming up from the zinc house, dressed real classy, and was going for a Non's Mirage
came to the show.
And those kind of girls is going to pop a balloon for someone that is probably in the more
Jonathan, and here is the thing. I did see one clip one time where someone asked someone, how much you have in your account, and Non's Mirage walked over to the person and they showed them the account. I don't know what that was, but they showed the person they showed her the balance, and she was like, cool, I know. Yeah. And then walked to the other person. That person, throughout the show, the person was unable to open the account.
I feel the difference is this. The reason why there would be more high cases of divorces and separation in this generation is because they don't understand the term value. They don't understand the term of everybody's in it for. They understand transactional as being finance, as being cash wise. Give me money, I give you love.
So if you can buy my wig, if you can buy my bone straight, then you love me.
Now, let us paint this picture. I'm a guy, and I'm with a girl that I really like, and one of the reasons why the girl likes me because I'm providing for her. Right. I'm buying a wig, I'm buying a potion, and then I'm a guy of the same generation with the girl. Yeah, that also likes beautiful things of life.
Right.
And then I meet a sugar mommy that comes to me.
1 second. Sorry, Joe, please. Just realized. Please go on.
Okay, and then the same guy meets a sugar mommy. Yeah. That comes with me.
So you can just restart.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm a guy. I have this girlfriend.
Start from when I'm a guy.
Okay. Now we're talking about transactional now.
Yeah.
We're talking about this generation and everything that's happening crazy where they feel the term transactional has got to be with cash.
Yeah.
And financing and what you've got to give in terms of how much you've got to offer or how many ways you've got to buy for me. Now I'm related with the girl that I cannot provide this for her. Okay, let me don't even beat around the bush. There's a Yahoo guy that has this girl that is a Gen Z that understands relationship to be transactional. Yeah, I'm sleeping with you because you have money. No.
Take me to nice places. We go.
Take me to nice places. You understand?
Buy me nice clothes.
Yeah. All those
the
stuff.
Phones, the whatnot. I have all of those things because you provided them.
Because you provide them.
Yeah.
Now, what about it is whereby this same guy that provides these things for you, now meets a sugar mommy that can provide as much and says, "Live with your girl." And
then he now leaves his girl, and he's now with the sugar mommy. And the girl is wondering why.
What?
Why?
You see, the word transactional for them. Let me don't use them. Let me don't generalize. But the word transactional, I think they misconstrued it to be financial. Or transactional in relationship has got to do with value. Has got to do with.
I think we've laid that out. Everybody.
You understand?
Anybody that really listens would understand that. We're no longer looking at it from a financial aspect.
No, it's got to be with all other qualities that is not financial.
Right. But here's the thing, right? I do get where you're coming from, and I do get what you're saying. I did listen to a couple of voice notes that I got from a couple of people in regards to the previous video we did. They said, and I quote, they said something about value. And they said something like, I will provide value to my person if, I don't think the word is if, but that they will provide value to the person regardless of whatnot. So whether they are getting anything in return or not, they are going to still provide value, was what they said.
They're not being honest.
So at that point, I was like, okay, I want to know exactly what values it is that you're providing, and I didn't get an answer for that. I haven't really dug deep to fully get a response or anything, but I can really see that as much as people want to communicate, people also have a lot of things that they're not really being honest about.
Yeah.
And I would like people to just, if you're talking to me, if you're talking to anybody from the team, just say, this is what it is, this is how it is, this is what I feel, without having to hide behind.
No, but you won't get that honesty from people, let's be honest. But you won't.
But here we're trying to be honest.
We
are trying to be honest, because nobody. I don't think you come here and sit down for hours.
Do you understand? Do you understand that this particular discussion is going to strike a nerve to some people?
Of course it would.
Do you understand that this particular discussion, some people are going to.
There are so many. So here's the thing about this particular conversation we're having. It's like a tree. with several branches, and each branch has its own
Yeah,
dedication to it.
100%.
Now there are topics that I don't want to touch on today.
100%, yeah, I get it.
There are topics of married men in relationships that I don't want to bring in today.
Yeah.
Those are topics that we'll talk on another day. There are several ladies, there are several guys that have come to me and said, "Hey, this is not good." Like, I've seen married men coming in and doing this and doing that and doing all those sort of things. I don't want to get into the details because that would just change the story what we're doing today. But like, I will talk about this on another day. But like, I'm just saying that there's like a lot to talk about when it comes to this relationship thing, which is really why I want us to like tackle the transactional bit and the value part, and also explain to each other what value is. I think for me, I think value is someone that looks at me and sees me for me. I am not a perfect human being. A stranger can see me and tell for a fact what I am lacking.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you understand? If you can tell what I'm lacking, then you should be able to help me close the gap.
To be honest, I feel anybody that will come up and say relationships, partnerships, marriages are not transactional has never been in one. Understand my point?
Yeah.
It's different when you're having girls or when you're having guys that you can just call up and just have sex with and stuff. That's not what we're talking about.
Right.
When we talk about relationships, when we talk about partnerships, when we talk about marriages, it's all transactional. 100%.
So I know that we've gotten to the point where we're like, okay, now it's transactional and all that, but like, I want you to like lay it out in layman terms, like, what exactly are we saying when it comes to value and value being transactional?
I think in layman terms is this: I could love you for a reason that you don't love me for. But I choose to love you regardless.
So even though I might not reciprocate that,
or you might not reciprocate that, but I'm loving you regardless.
So I could be doing too much.
You think I'm doing too much, but I'm loving you. Are you getting my point now? Because because at the end of the day, is because you're not used to it. Do you know?
You see that word, not used to it. It keeps coming up every time we're talking about things like this. It keeps coming up, like when you're not used to something, you react in a certain kind of way.
You do 100%, but you also need time to adjust to it. Are you getting my point? Now, someone that has lived in Nigeria all his life, and is used to driving in potholes, and then you come to the UK or you go to America, and you're driving in a smooth road, you're wondering what you're thinking was the problem. Eventually, you're going to adjust to it and understand, okay, this is my norm right now, because I am in America or I am in the UK where the road is smooth. You're not used to it, but you're going to adjust to it. Are you getting it? It's like someone that has been used to being in an abusive relationship.
That's another topic.
No, that's another topic. I'm just trying to build it up.
I get and
then you meet a guy or you
that is not abusive.
That really cares about you.
Really cares about
and initially, to be honest, it's going to be a struggle for the guy because everything the guy does.
Not just the guy though.
You as well.
Yeah, because you're not used to that, right? You're used to.
It's gonna be a struggle to.
And you might get into like an argument and you're expecting some kind of bashing, and the person is like, oh no.
But my point is this: it's gonna be a struggle for the both of you guys. But at the end of the day, because love truly matters, you guys will be willing to adjust and understand this is your reality. Are you getting my point? This is your reality right now. Now, forget whatever you're used to. You're in this situation where this is what it is. What you've got right now is a smooth sailing road. Yeah? Where you don't have abuses, where you don't have dramas, where you don't have conflicts. Most of the time, you're just there to just enjoy each other and enjoy the ride. You're gonna adjust to it eventually. It doesn't mean you're not gonna have problems. It doesn't mean your past will not come in once in a while. But at the end of the day, you're gonna adjust to it because it is what you've got. It's like I said, it's like you've lived all your life in Nigeria. You're used to potholes and you come to the UK where all the road is smooth. You're not going to use because the road is smooth, you want to go back to Nigeria and you miss home. You're going to adjust to driving on that smooth road.
You're going to learn how to drive.
You're going to learn, you're going to adjust. Okay, this is my reality, this is what I've got. And to be honest, what you've got right now.
I think when we're trying to compare this to reality, the duration it takes, the amount of time it takes for us to adjust really affects how well we adjust.
No, the adjustment phase is never easy. Some people break down during the adjustment phase. Right. Some people don't. Some people give up. Some people
kind of like just shut down.
Some people shut down. Yeah. Some people give up. Because okay, let me put it this way.
Because sorry to interrupt again. Because I have heard of a scenario where a guy went up, like he just met this girl, he liked the girl, he was like, I do like you, I want us to date to marry. I'm not coming to you with your regular, dating stuff. I want us to date to marry, and I want to be intentional. I want you to let me know whatever thing I'm doing that is not right. And he kind of like laid it out a little too thick, maybe, but he kind of like laid it out, which is like your typical notebook story where you're like, this is what I have to offer, this is what I don't have, this is what I can offer, this is how I can improve. Like, you think you're doing like a summary of the whole thing that, hopefully that will make it easier for the other person to actually adopt you and actually bring you like into the fold and everything, but it doesn't work that way.
I think another thing the mistake a lot of people make in a relationship is people trying to play relationship like it's a scene from a movie. Yeah, it's like it's like your relationship is not a typical notebook movies or a typical Titanic. That is not a relationship. Relationship is you've got to manage what you've got. Because
Okay. Sorry, I keep jumping in. I told you that I was not going to jump in a lot, but like I keep jumping in because there are things that just keep. So there is this lady, right? And I think we spoke about her in the first segment where we said she had a house, she had the car, she had the business, she had everything working for her, and then she had these guys that were all reaching out, trying to. And you would think that maybe in the midst of 4 or 5 guys, right, one of them will actually step up and give, top par, expectance and all that stuff. But it's not the same. It's not the case.
No, because right? At the end of the day, let's be honest.
Right.
The grass is not always greener.
On the other side.
It's not always greener.
True.
It's true. That is why you get, according to statistics in Nigeria, where they say you get 80% of married women that have left their husband for cheating went on going to date married men.
So back to that topic, because I don't want to just throw it out the window, right? I want, because this is a very sensitive topic. This is like right now there's a lot of people that are actually watching this that can identify with what we're talking about. So there are some people that are looking at it and they're like, why would a lady think that she's scary to these guys? Why would the guys think that a lady is intimidating to them, right? When it's just that she's had 7, 8, 10, 15 years to prepare herself before you came around. You're barely been in the country for 2 years, right? So why not use that as a ladder to actually get yourself to be better? That way you can actually do what you're not doing right now for her, right? I just think that the guys should actually stop downplaying themselves, because every guy has the potential to be great.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. Like, I feel every human being, boy, girl, man, woman, whatever gender is in this era and time, I'm not even going to get into that, right? But like, I feel that everybody has the potential to be super great, and if you actually like pay attention to what's happening in your surrounding, pay attention to what's happening in your neighborhood, you actually pick up on hints and things that need to be solved.
But then again, do you understand that every woman has got the potential to make a man greater?
Yeah.
Do you get what?
So here's the thing, right? A woman has got the potential to make a man greater, but now this woman is being seen as intimidating to the man. She likes this guy, she wants this guy, but this guy calls her. I don't want to say this on this clip, but like, from the way the lady has repeated what the guy said, she makes it sound like the guy is being, what's the word? Like the guy is seeing himself as subpar, like he's not measuring up. And I understand that there's a lot of ego that comes into physical possessions.
Now, do you understand this? It's experiences. Yeah. And the way we are, that really shapes us. Yeah.
Right.
Now, I'm trying to say, a lady might look at a guy that's giving it all for her. Yeah. And she's like, you're subpar. You're not up to. Yeah, because she's used to guys talking down on her. Because she's used to guys rubbishing her. Because she's used to guys letting her understand she's worthless. And then when she meets a guy that's letting her understand, I know your worth, I see your worth. I'm willing to give it all for you.
Deep. So I don't want to get like because like that is a very, very, very sensitive place to get to, but like this is also applicable to men as well.
As well, yeah, 100%.
So if a man as well as a woman is kind of like, they don't see themselves as what a certain kind of love or likeness, they tend to reject it because to them it's too good to be true.
Too good to be true. It's applicable to both men and women. So it's, at the end of the day, I come from that school of thought where I say to my friends and my family, where I say, nobody is too good for anybody. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Is when you're with someone and they feel you're not on their level or they are too good for you, find who you're good for and appreciate what you've got. I don't know if you get to my point. Yeah, because truly nobody is too good for you. You see, when that person says you're not on my level, now let's look at it at where the person is coming from. So someone that is not used to being loved the way you have got to give love, it's always going to be a problem. It's going to take time for the person to adjust to what you've got to give, because this is not what they're used to.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get my point. Some people are not used to picking up on them. How are you in the morning? How are you in the afternoon?
Yeah, I saw this post that someone put up and said, don't wish me happy good morning in the morning. Don't ask me what I've eaten. And I'm like, sorry, wait. Like, these are the basics of just interaction. Like, my guy, how far? You don't chop. Good morning. Exactly. You sleep well.
No.
You know, like, these are like the basics of just interaction.
We call it basics. To them, it's extreme. How do you quantify that?
Cause
it's basics to the people that are used to this kind of stuff.
Right.
But
Because
to
if
them,
you're used to it, it just becomes second nature. Like someone reaches out to you, just says good morning, just without, hey, I thought about you today.
It's basics. It's basics to you because it's what you're used to. Now, people that are not used to it, people that are used to having a boyfriend that doesn't check up on them for like a week, how do they cope?
Bruh, you just hit the nail on the head, man. Because I've been thinking about that stuff, and it was looking like maybe we're just in two different timelines. Like we're not really looking at.
Honest,
but like what you just said now made sense. What you're used to will determine how you interact with every other person.
Exactly.
Because if you come and hail me like, hey guy, alpha, and you give me like a handshake, and I'm not used to that, I'm just used to hugging people. You throw the hand and I'll not pick it up because I'm expecting to give me a hug, right? Which is like.
Okay, let me tell you something that happened today. Yeah?
Yeah.
We had the event normally. Now there's this elderly man I respect. And why I respect him is this. For every event, he comes with his daughter. His daughter should be probably maybe 20, 21. She's quite young, but they're always together. So you understand there's this good relationship with the father and daughter.
Yeah.
Now, I went up to the man today, and I tried to say hello and hi, and we greeted and stuff. You understand? Now, the daughter should be probably 20 or 21 years around that. So it's someone I took as like, I'm sure my younger sister is older than her. You understand? So, while I was greeting the father, I shook the father and stuff. She brought out her hand to shake me.
Pause.
Exactly.
So wait.
Hold on.
Wait first, guy. Wait.
Yeah.
See, if my little sister brings out her hand when I'm shaking like Popsy and granddads and stuff like that, I don't know. I kind of like feel like maybe you shouldn't be here.
You see, understand this. Where she's coming from, she might be used to
just shaking every
random person.
Right. I see what you mean.
Now, where I'm coming from, I'm used to, you're like, my I'm sure my even last born is older than
but
you.
She will not do that.
You understand? So I just came to greet your dad. I'll probably say hello to you. How are you?
You're just like, hey, Smolly.
Yeah, Smolly. Yeah, exactly. And then Smolly, they bring her hand and shake me.
So it's like, what do you mean, bro?
Normally, for street, I'm going to look at her and say, you well? You know the type of your bros.
But you see, that's the thing. Like,
that's what we're talking about. It's safe. People don't understand it. You know, people's problem is this. To be honest, let me just say people. I have struggled with some relationships where I was expecting too much from my partner.
Too much.
So let me just say people. I have struggled with relationships where I am expecting too much. I am expecting my partner should behave in a certain kind of way because this is how I expect people to
my partner to behave.
You understand? But she is an individual first.
Yeah.
She has her own life. She has an upbringing first. She really, these things I'm talking about, she's not used to it.
Touching back on this same thing about, first identifying the individual first. Yeah. The individual has their own traumas.
Exactly.
They have their own life.
Exactly.
Like, were they raised by one parent, two parents, their grandmother, like all of these things kind of play a role in the upbringing of this person.
But let's understand this. Yeah, that don't mislead people. When you meet someone and you intend to go into a relationship with that person, you see them for their good qualities first. 100%. Understand this.
So I think we should have a lady come into this talk.
Yeah, eventually.
Because it seems that the guys are the ones that always when they see a lady, the first thing they do is they take all the negative things, the possible negative, and throw it out the window. And then they take the positive things and they focus on that positive energy.
But let's be honest, it is not even only with ladies. It's also with guys. Let's be honest. Now. Okay. As a guy, you're in a class. You've got a whole lot of guys in your class. Yeah. You select your friends. Why are you selecting these particular guys? You guys are attracted to each other because of your positive sides first. You don't know your negative sides
until you guys get
until
into
you
quarrel or you guys fight.
until you get to know each other. I don't know if you get my point.
Yeah,
so it's you're being attracted to each other, or you're being friends because this guy is a good guy. If I call this guy for this, if I ask him for this, he does. If I ask him, so you're being attracted to each other. You're being friends with each other because of your positive sides first. Now your negative side is what you come to manage as friends or as humans. It's if you can do that with your relationship, you're not ready to be in one. Because let's be honest, if I see a fine girl now, I'm walking up to her because she's fine and she's pretty. I don't know about her negative sides.
But you don't even know.
I don't even know her.
Is going
now,
on with her life.
I am being attracted to her because of what I'm saying. Right. First.
After
that,
talk.
The whole behavior and everything.
Right.
So that's why they would always say
the first interaction is you're just seeing the good thing.
You're just seeing a good thing that you're attracted to, that you want to even make a good thing even a greater thing. I don't know whether
I see your point. The point is a very dicey topic, and I know that a lot of people will jump on it, and a lot of people will be sending me like DMs. And
exactly.
Shit
so you see, but I think at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is, if you've really got your person, don't give up on them. Because of everyone has got their negative side. Everyone has got their bad side. But if you've really got your person, you've got to wait. You understand? This is your person. If this person's positive side
outweighs their negative side.
It doesn't even necessarily need to outweigh. It's just even if they match.
But you can cope with it.
You can cope with it. Pick your demon. Let me put it that way. You know because at the end of the day, if you say it outweighs, there's like
you're actually still expecting something.
It never really outweighs. It's just
it just has to make sense.
It just has to make sense to you.
Like you look at it and you be like,
you just stress me, but 90 out of that 10 times when you stress me, I didn't enjoy that 90 times. But you just stress me.
Like I like this analogy that you use now. You're stressing me. Right, you're stressing me maybe 5-10%.
Yeah.
But like 90% of the rest of the time.
I'm in a chill zone with you. I enjoy myself. Okay, you stress me a day out of 7 days in a week. So the 6 days in a week, I'm having fun with you and enjoying myself.
And I'm glad that I'm in the same space
with you.
Right?
But you stress me one day out of that 6 days.
So we shouldn't. I think we've come to the point where we are easily influenced by external inputs and forces.
It goes back to social media.
Social media as well. And we tend to just do these things where we're like, you know what, I'm going to live my life. I'm going to be this. I'm going to be. We're kind of like sponges, just soaking in all the negative thoughts and processes.
There was this that I came about last week. There was this where they said it's hard to be single. It's hard to be in a relationship. Choose your heart.
guys, I need you to hear this. Can you say that again? Because it's
fact.
It is so true.
It's so true.
It's so true. Like, I've been single.
And
I've been in a relationship.
Choose your heart.
And yet it's kind of like
the truth of the matter is
they're all the same. Right?
If you really value companionship,
right?
If you really value having someone in your life that you care about, that you make priority, the thing about relationship is putting someone over yourself. Let's be honest. That's the thing about relationship. If you can't do that, you're not ready to be in a relationship.
You're not even
because
in a relationship.
At the end of the day, now you're like, I cannot do like if you're going to work in the morning and they call you and say your partner is in the hospital.
Bro, you're stopping everything. You're stopping
that
everything.
Work now bullshit.
What was work?
What's work?
Take
not exactly. So it's about putting someone, making someone's priority
in
before
your life,
you,
before yourself.
That's relationship. Now, if you're not ready for that, if you can do that, you shouldn't even be in this conversation.
Yeah.
You should see, understand, where's the camera? You shouldn't be in this comment section.
But that's the thing, yeah. We're still going to find a lot of people that will come into the comment section to drop.
No, but because that is the norm. Double standards now is the norm.
Because I've seen a lot of people say stuff like, I've got value, right? I've got something to offer. But when I ask you what is it that you have to offer, you don't even know. You're saying based on the person. No, it's not based on the person. What are you offering? I'm going to offer this person peace of mind. I'm going to offer this person a reasonable conversation. I'm going to offer this person
at the end of the day, it's you want the
advice.
You want the person to give you what you have in mind to offer. It's not. It's because at the end of the day, you cannot meet someone like you. You cannot meet. See, if you want to be in a show, you cannot meet someone that's got the same values as you.
Right.
See, let me tell you. You see this issue of like poles.
Right.
And unlike poles. Unlike poles attract, unlike poles repel. That's the fact. Yeah. If you've got someone with the same values as you, and someone that offers all you've got to offer, you guys can never work.
True.
100%.
Because there has to be some dynamics.
There's got to be some dynamics that works. It's just how the universe works. There's got to be some difference in how you guys react and how you guys. You understand what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So you see, it's. I feel. I can't. I think it's a deal breaker for me if I take a lady on a date, maybe on the first date, and we're talking and going and then she asks me, what do I get to offer?
Sorry. Wait. You guys go on the first date.
Yeah.
She's asking you, what do you have to offer?
What do I bring to the table?
What do you bring to the table?
Yeah.
Is a deal breaker for you?
Yeah, I think so. On the first date. On the first date, don't get me wrong. I said on the first date.
So here's the thing. I don't want to get you wrong, but at the same time, I'm kind of feeling a little pushed. Because here's the thing, like, we're in a generation where people want to know.
We're in a generation where people have got too much expectations.
Not just expecting. I get where you're coming. I get where you're coming with. I get what you're saying with the whole expectation thing, but also at the same time, I want to know what your intentions are.
Do you know? Yeah, it's different when you want to know what my intentions are and what I've got to offer.
So if I ask you,
do you know? I might not get. Let's use the word literally in terms of, because when you say what I've got to offer, depending on the person, and you're thinking, okay, I've got to offer this and I've got to offer that, and then I'm saying to you, the only thing I've got to tell you is this: I will sacrifice for you more than any other damn person. But every
married man can come and say the exact same thing you just said now, which is another topic that I'm going to get into another day. Yeah. Married men, you guys have been doing crazy stuff. I've been hearing about them. I just don't want to get into it. But like, anybody can come and say exactly what you said. How do you give this person some kind of assurance that you're actually there for what you say you were there for?
You're never there for what you say you're there for, to be honest. Let's be honest, because you don't know what the future holds. Let's be honest.
But you need to be intentional, is what I'm saying. Like,
you can be intentional, but it's something, it's like, what's the word? It's like, okay, let me put it this way. You've got a friend that lost the dad. You've got both your parents, and you're going to pay condolence. You can't say to your friends, I know how you feel.
Of course, I don't know how you feel because I didn't lose my parents.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You only say, accept my condolence.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say? Now, let's bring it back to the context of relationship. It is how much you love a person you'll be willing to offer, or you're willing to sacrifice that much. Let me tell you, if I don't love you, I'm going to shake body for you.
That is deep. Because,
bro, if I love you, I will walk.
Yeah, you actually
down. I will walk.
Like, see, the funny thing is, the person will be treating like shit. You still be putting in that work.
Exactly, because I love you. So let me tell you. Now, when you ask someone, what have you?
Person we love, not even.
No, not for you. See, now when I say, what do you bring to the table? Make I tell you. I will use that ChatGPT. I will use ChatGPT. Tell you what I bring to the table. You'll be convinced. But I really do not love you. Yeah. Then when it comes to action, If you look at that, what's in this man tell me?
Okay, so let's just do a simulation, right? Say for instance, you just met someone, you barely have known this person for let's just say 2 months. You guys are just being like, hey, hi, what's your name? How are you doing? How is the day going? Are you going to work today? Are you working from home? Blah, blah, you know, that just basic boring stuff, right? That's what you lot are doing, and then all of a sudden the person just stops talking to you, right? We just said something about, you know, if you like someone, you actually put in that work. So I'm asking you now, like, when do you know to stop putting in the work?
Okay, now let's put it this way. If you meet someone that is single, yeah, and they really like the person, and you guys keep it talking, you get what I'm trying to say? It's a situation whereby she doesn't like you enough to give you the kind of vibe you're expecting. But your push and your desire will make her consider. Understand what I'm trying to say? So it's not a matter of, it's a different thing if the person is in a relationship.
No,
what you're saying? You understand?
If the person is not in a relationship,
and you're not in a relationship,
see,
let me tell you, there's this thing called.
You're saying you're pushing, and yet at the same time, the person's saying you're doing too much.
Yeah.
So how do you go about that?
Do you, at the end of the day, yeah, it will get to a point where you've given it your all, you understand it's not yielding fruit, then you withdraw.
Guy, I don't like you. I think I
No,
should find someone that
understand
has,
this.
wait, I think I should find someone that has a different mindset from me, because you're saying things that are like kind of almost the same thing.
I've had this what's this? I was with Pastor Kingsley PK and stuff, and his wife Mildred.
Oh, that is a good. He's a good pastor.
Exactly.
I like when it comes to relationship stuff. He has. Like,
there was why I like him and his wife is they're both realistic.
Yeah.
They don't come to the altar to
tell
you stuff that you want to hear.
Because there are a lot of people that come to the altar and
the wife
do
came
this Bible thing.
And the wife said, when he was pursuing me, you see people, it's not that he has body. That time I don't get body. I don't even like her. Understand it. She said it.
Yeah.
I wasn't even in love with him. I didn't even like him. Look at them now.
But now they're like that.
Let me tell you, there is no way you will be willing to put in the work. Yeah? It's except the woman in question or the man in question has got someone else.
Yeah.
If there's no person or there's no other person involved, yeah, this thing called love is a feeling that grows.
Something you build on.
Love is a service. You know what I'm trying to say?
Bro, it's just when you're dropping all these podcasts, I'll just be cutting them out and just be dropping them as snippets.
As much as you love this person, you're putting in the work. You're letting this person understand that. See, it's not. Look at Moko, they tell us. A lot of people feel they have that pressure of, if I love you, if it's very love. No, especially for women, men. A lot of time now, we as men, we love 80%, they love us back 20. We love 90%, love us back 1. But because you have.
Here's the thing, right? We love that 80% and they love us back 20. When we don't get that 20, it feels like we're not getting 100%.
No,
because we kind of identify 5% as being loved forever.
Yes.
Like if you a girl that you just barely met, right? You just met this girl recently, and then you vibe with her. You're like, hey, fine girl, blah blah. And she even responds back, hey, your guy. Like, yeah.
That was what I was going to. Have you been in a situation where you're doing everything for a girl, you're doing a lot for the girl, and then the day where she just gives you a response.
This a lot.
No, I'm not gonna use a lot.
No, but when you're actually like
when you're actually doing stuff for a girl, and the day she meaningful, and the day
acts of selfless,
and the day she gives you just a response of like, oh, thank you, I appreciate what you've done.
Bro.
See, you want to do 1,000 times.
Give me the ammunition and send me to Ukraine.
Exactly.
Do you understand? Just send me to Ukraine. I'll
Have
be there. I'll survive.
you seen this video on social media where they asked 10 ladies and 10 men? Elderly, they asked men from 50 to 70 and ladies from 50 to 70, and they were like, in a whereby you have a terminal illness or your husband and wife, and they're saying you guys need to choose who to save between yourself or your partner. Yeah.
Are you asking me that question? Because I'll give you an answer straight.
Hold on, 90%. They asked 10 women and they asked 10 men.
I would say save my wife.
Exactly.
Because she will be a better parent to my kids.
Do you know 90% of the women